Hi, welcome back to my views and news. Continuing our coverage of the flare up in tensions between Ethiopia and Somalia. Some updates for you. Egypt uh, has issued a statement. Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Egypt issued a statement just 2 hours ago. Is Egypt standing behind Somalia? What did Egypt say? Yesterday, there was telephonic conversation between Egyptian President Al-Sisi and Somalia's President Hassan Sheikh. Secondly, IGAD issued a statement. We've been waiting for regional entities' response to Ethiopia's Somaliland MOU. After the issuance of statement from IGAD, Somalia issued a statement demanding apology from IGAD, accusing IGAD of speaking in support of Ethiopia. All the details we have about these developments in this video. Firstly, viewers, by the way, Ethiopia also is briefing diplomats in Addis Ababa. A meeting was held today, a briefing rather, where Ethiopian top ministers briefed diplomats in Addis Ababa. Let's start with the new story about Egypt. Egypt's role is going to be crucial in the standoff between Ethiopia and Somalia because Egypt has been at the loggerheads with Ethiopia over Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam. Egypt has been opposing the construction, demanding that Ethiopia should sign a legally binding agreement. Talks held with involvement of Egypt, Sudan, Ethiopia. No agreement reached so far. A few days ago, their talks collapsed for the fourth session of their talks collapsed in Addis Ababa, and after that, Egypt threatened Ethiopia a little. Now, when there are tensions between Ethiopia and Somalia, obviously Egypt will step in directly or indirectly. That remains to be seen. But Egypt seems to be standing behind Somalia. Hassan Sheikh and Abiy both are now going to start diplomatic efforts to find allies. How many allies can Hassan Sheikh find? How many allies can Abiy find? We'll see in coming days. Allies in the region, allies globally, and allies in the countries as well. Who will support Hassan Sheikh in Ethiopia? Who will support Abiy in Somalia? We could see lots of developments in coming days. Hassan Sheikh contacted two Arab leaders yesterday. He contacted Amir of Qatar, and secondly, he had a telephonic conversation with Abdul Fattah al-Sisi, Egyptian president. And Somalia state media confirmed this phone call, but we are waiting for official response from Egyptian government. Just an hour ago, Egyptian Ministry of Foreign Affairs issued a statement confirming the engagement between Hassan Sheikh and Sisi. Egypt is standing with Somalia. How far will Egypt go in backing Somalia? That question will be answered in coming days, and especially it will be answered if there are if there is direct conflict between the two countries, Ethiopia and Somalia. Egypt says that there is need to respect Somalia's sovereignty and unity. Any moves, any procedures, any developments which endanger Somalia's unity and territorial integrity and sovereignty should be condemned. Without naming Ethiopia, Egypt says that it is a supporter of Somalia's unity, territorial integrity, and sovereignty. Egypt today mentioned African Union as well, that African Union's charter clearly stipulates that countries will respect each other's borders. And that is the founding principle of African Union. I think Ethiopia is the one of the founding members of African Union. That is why maybe Egypt taunted Ethiopia that Ethiopia founded African Union, and Ethiopia is the seat of African Union. Addis Ababa is the seat, is the headquarters of African Union. And now Ethiopia is violating the borders of another country. That is what Egypt implied. And the two countries, Egypt and Somalia, have been improving their ties, the collaboration in security, defense sectors on the rise reportedly. Egypt building a military base in Somalia. It could be training Somalia's forces as well. So indirectly, Egypt now is becoming involved. Egypt, the first country which has issued a statement about Ethiopia, Somaliland, MOU so far. A statement from Eritrea, silence in Djibouti, silence in Kenya, silence in Sudan too, but Egypt has stepped in, announcing its support for Somalia's unity and integrity. It means that in case of direct confrontation between Abiy and Hassan Sheikh, Egypt will definitely support Somalia. Secondly, IGAD issued a statement. IGAD is a regional bloc consisting of the countries like Ethiopia, Sudan, South Sudan, Somalia, Djibouti, Kenya too, I think, is part of IGAD, Eritrea as well. IGAD is led by Djibouti these days. IGAD Secretary General is Workane, sorry, Workane Gabayeho. I think Workane is very close to the Prime Minister of Ethiopia. People say that he is a friend of the Prime Minister of Ethiopia. IGAD issued a statement today about the tension between Ethiopia and Somalia without naming Somaliland. No mention of Somaliland in IGAD's statement. IGAD is asking Ethiopia and Somalia to resolve their issues through dialogue, through negotiations. IGAD did not condemn Ethiopia. It did not condemn the MOU signed between Ethiopia and Somaliland. After IGAD's statement, Somalia issued a statement. Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Somalia rejected IGAD's statement. A counter statement from Minister of Foreign Affairs of Somalia saying that IGAD should immediately withdraw the statement and apologize, because IGAD failed to condemn Ethiopia. IGAD's position is in favor of Ethiopia. That is why this statement by IGAD is unacceptable. Very strong statement from Somalia. Somalia is asking IGAD to apologize. Will IGAD apologize? That remains to be seen. But Somalia wants IGAD, African Union, to condemn Ethiopia, to stand on Somalia's side. Ethiopia, silent so far. No official statement from Ethiopia. Just announcement of the signing of MOU 2 days ago. Since then, several developments, but no official statements. IGAD has spoken. Now let's see what African Union says. I said these African bodies are not expected to take sides. They'll stay neutral they stay neutral in most cases in regional conflicts, bilateral conflicts. IGAD issued a diplomatic statement. As I said, Workane is close to the Prime Minister of Ethiopia. So Somalia wants allies, regional, international. It wants entities, countries to be on its side. Let's see what African Union does. Ethiopia is busy as well. In Addis Ababa today, a briefing was held, and their National Security Advisor Ridwan Hussein briefed foreign diplomats. The topic, obviously, the main item on agenda of briefing was the MOU signed between Ethiopia and Somaliland. Ethiopia is clarifying its position to the diplomats. Ethiopia wants allies as well. A diplomatic war has started now between Ethiopia and Somalia. Both want as many allies as they can get. Who will find more allies, Abiy or Hassan Sheikh? That we'll see in coming days. Abiy has UAE on its side. UAE has not issued a statement. UAE, I think, will stay silent, but it is supporting Abiy. Somaliland standing with Ethiopia today. We saw some banners displayed in Hargeisa in support of the MOU signed between Somaliland and Ethiopia. And clips are being shown at squares in Hargeisa showing the signing of the MOU between Ethiopia and Somaliland. One viewer commented that there has been protests in Hargeisa against this MOU. And I said, if you have any videos, pictures, do share with me. Any large-scale protests, which I'm not aware of, by the way. If anyone is aware of any large-scale protests in Hargeisa against the MOU, please do contact me. I have not been able to verify that many large protests have been held in Somaliland. In Somalia, there could be a rally on Thursday. Government is preparing to organize a big rally. By the way, Maalim is an MP in Kenya, is a Somali, I think. He was a staunch supporter of Ethiopian government, Ethiopian PM, in the war against Tigray. He stood with the Prime Minister of Ethiopia, PM Abiy, Ethiopian military. And now he's standing with Somalia. He condemned the MOU between Ethiopia and Somaliland. At the same time, he claimed last night that Hassan Sheikh agreed with Abiy in secret about this deal. And that Hassan Sheikh agreed with Ethiopia a few days ago, a few weeks ago. Then he took Ismail Omar of Djibouti on board as well. We don't have any credible information, but he's an ambi. Maybe he's more well-informed. But he claimed that Hassan Sheikh is a part of this deal. But publicly, he will not acknowledge that is part of the deal. He'll condemn the deal. He'll tell his people that it's a violation of Somalia's territorial integrity. But internally, he is supporting Somaliland, Ethiopia MOU. These are big allegations, but I think Farah Maalim should share some evidence as well. Why is he trying to make Hassan Sheikh controversial? He is supportive of anti-Hassan Sheikh element. Let's see. That will be clear in the coming days. Thank you for watching.